Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102. This is another request video about how to backup saved games. Now, there are a number of ways that you can do backup of saved games, and I know I hit on this with one of my videos, the Freeman game, about getting a corrupted game. So, there are a couple of things you can do. I'm going to take my Freeman game as a good example here. So when I save my game on the Freeman game, I save it multiple times, 1, 2 and 3, as you can see right there. Now that's one way. Another way you could do, so you can have multiple saves, but that don't make any difference if your computer fucks up, because you're going to lose them all. So that's that's just one thing. But just in case one files to fuck up, then at least you've still got 2 others. So that's one way. Another way is if you have a USB stick. Then once you put the USB stick in, drag one of your saved games onto your USB stick, let it store on there. So that's option 2. Option 3, now this is a real proper backup of the saved game, and I'll show you how you do this. Firstly, you need to have a WinZip program of some kind. WinZip or WinRAR. Now WinRAR is the best one that I use, and the way to do it, once you've got your WinRAR put in, it is free by the way, so let's choose one of these saved games, because as you can see, there you see, yeah, so you can see the last 2 that I saved were these 2 here. So we'll take this Legends one. So right click it, and assuming you've got WinRAR in or something very close to it, add to Legends RAR. So it basically zips up your game. You probably already know this, so I don't want to teach you how to suck eggs and stuff like that. But it will zip your game up. Now the reason I zip games up, I mean if you can see, let's take Record Game 2. And the record. Look at how heavy the files are. They're almost 1 gigabyte. That is crazy. 1 gigabyte on a Sega, but that's because the games are so heavy. There's so much data into the games. So I'll wait until that's almost done. My next step that I'm going to show you, you could do theoretically without all this zipping up and shit. Zipping up, I feel, is better. But if you haven't got a zip program, you may get away without using one with the next step, which I will show you. So stand by. And there we go. So what will happen is it appears at the bottom in a WinZip form, WinRAR archive. Now, what I do on my thread of CM of this Freeman game, I'll write updates about the game and blah blah blah, and I'll also write, if you want to have a gander at the game yourself, download it. So what I'm doing there is I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. 1, I'm not saying if people want to have a look at the game so far they can, but 2, I'm backing it up. So you go to any sort of storage website that can store files. OneDrive, I think OneDrive could also, I'm not so familiar with OneDrive, but I'm sure OneDrive could do it as well. I personally use Senspace.com. You don't need to log in or anything like that. You just fire it up, browse, and once you've browsed, it'll then ask you what do you want to upload. So let's go now locate that that file, upload. Now what's going to happen now? It's going to upload it to Senspace, and as you can see, it's pretty much racing through. When it gets its arse in gear. So what will happen is, once this is done, it will give me a link, and that's where you get your saved game from. So the saved game is temporarily stored at this location, like a server. Now I do stress it's temporarily, because I'm not 100% how long Senspace keeps stuff for, because eventually they become a dead link, which basically means that they'll only hold for so much time. Just have a quick look now. If you see where it says uploaded, look at the file size, because I've zipped it up, 133 megabyte. Now that was nearly a gigabyte before we zipped it up. Now I believe the limit on Senspace is 300 megabytes. That's why I could not have uploaded the saved game as it was, because it's, as you saw, it was 999 or nearly a gigabyte. So when this game reaches a weight of over 300 megabytes zipped up, then I'm in shit. I have to find another website or something. So if you've got a file which is less than 300 meg, you'll be able to just upload the file. If it's more than 300 meg and it says it's too heavy, then you'll just have to zip it up. Simple as that. So what will happen is, once this is done, it will say it's successfully done. This is a link if you want to download it. So what I'll do is I copy the link and I write on my update, this is how we're doing, guys. If you want to have a look at it, download it right here. And that's it. That is the short and long of backing your saved games up. What I've started to do on the Freeman game is I do it every season now, because that way, at least at best, we'll only lose a season. I'd like to think that the server will hold for at least a month, I'd like to think, and here we go. So you can delete it from here if you wish, but all you do is you copy it, and that's it. And then at this point, you paste it. Now, I'm going to paste this link in the description below. So with regards to the Freeman game, if you want to have a gander at that, feel free to have a look at it, or just have a gander at downloading the saved game. Remember, when you download it, it's going to be zipped up, so you'll need a zip program to extract it, unzip it, so to speak. WinRAR is the best one in my opinion, but there is WinZip and some other bits and pieces that you can use. And that is it. So if you've got any questions, anything you want to add, do let me know. And until next time, guys, take it easy from me.